A woman collapses at the airport gate. Hundreds of people watch. Nobody moves. Except one man. He drops his bag and runs to her side. Seconds later, security comes sprinting. Managers appear out of nowhere. Then 3 black SUVs pull up outside the terminal. Because the woman on the floor wasn't just another passenger, Daniel Mercer was 42. A maintenance technician from Columbus, Ohio, the kind of man people look past in line at the store. Calloused hands. A tired face. The kind of quiet that comes from years of doing hard, unnoticed work. His wife Margaret had died 7 years earlier. Ovarian cancer. He never remarried, never had kids. Just routine, silence, and long Sunday walks along the river. That Tuesday, he just finished a 12-day repair job in Georgia. He was exhausted, sitting at Gate B14 in Atlanta, waiting to fly home. Just another tired man in a crowded terminal. Then he looked up. 30 feet away, a woman in her 60s gripped the back of a chair. Silver hair. Expensive coat. Her face had gone the wrong color. Then she fell. Nobody moved. A man in a suit actually stepped back. A woman raised her phone to film instead of help. For several long seconds, a dozen strangers just watched. Daniel didn't. He crossed the room, knelt beside her, checked her pulse, thin, fluttering. He told a stranger to call for medical help. He cradled her head off the cold floor and talked to her, low and steady. "You're going to be okay. Help is coming. You're not alone." He'd learned that voice from Margaret's hospital room. He knew presence mattered, even when nothing else could be done. Then things got strange. A gate agent saw her and went white. He radioed a code that cleared the room in 90 seconds. Managers appeared. A woman named Henderson pulled Daniel aside and asked only one question. "Did you know who she was before you helped her?" "I still don't know who she is," Daniel said. "I just saw someone fall." Outside, 3 black SUVs rolled up in perfect formation. Security teams moved in with the kind of discipline you only see in movies. One of them walked straight to Daniel and asked, "You did this on your own? Nobody told you to?" "I saw someone fall," Daniel repeated. The man nodded slowly. "What you did mattered." Her name was Evelyn Carter, founder and chairman of a $40 billion company. A woman who'd testified before Congress, turned down cabinet positions, and hadn't shared a room with an ordinary stranger in decades. She asked to meet him. In a private lounge, pale but alert, she looked at Daniel and asked the only question that mattered to her. "Why did you help me?" "Because you needed help," he said. No hesitation. No performance. Just true. Grateful, and used to solving problems with money, Evelyn slid a card across the table, a number large enough to erase every worry he'd ever had, plus a leadership job at her company. Daniel looked at it. Then he said, "I'm grateful for the thought, but I didn't help you because of what you could give me." The room went dead silent. Nobody said no to Evelyn Carter. Then she laughed. A real one. "You're something else, Mr. Mercer." Just Daniel. 3 weeks later, a letter arrived. Evelyn was holding an event at the airport, no cameras, no press, just the people who'd been there. She asked if he'd come. He did. In front of a packed room, she told the story of the one man who hadn't known her name, hadn't wanted anything, and hadn't hesitated. Then she made him an offer, not money, not a title he'd refuse. Leadership of a foundation program repairing infrastructure in underserved communities across 7 states. Real work. Work he already knew how to do, just bigger. Daniel thought about Margaret. About 12 years of being invisible. About a pulse under his fingertips on a cold airport floor. He said yes. The room rose to its feet. Daniel Mercer didn't become extraordinary that day. He just did the ordinary thing, the thing almost everyone else was too afraid to do. And maybe that's the whole point of the story. The world doesn't need more heroes. It just needs more people willing to be the first to kneel down.